Today, from Sacramento, California, it's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. It's the Sacramento Condors taking on the Columbus Explorers.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Columbus Explorers and the Sacramento Condors. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that has... in the AFC Championship game. Off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And we get a glance at their leader in the huddle, the veteran, in his 9th season now in the league.
And in some ways, he's awfully fortunate to get another shot right here in these playoffs because he wasn't particularly sharp in the wild card victory. The ball ended up in the hands of the opponents a few too many times when he threw it. It goes without saying in this one, cannot give the ball away. If he does, the road's going to end right here for him and his team.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Off play action. Calhoun. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Calhoun. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Calhoun. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
And every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun, Calhoun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And on now is the punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, darted, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Bishop. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Darted. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
To throw on second down, Bishop. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll leave him with a third and just a yard. Back to throw, Bishop. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
It's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Calhoun.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Up the middle they go. Darted. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Looking to throw on second down. Bishop throwing middle, and it's complete. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and it's 3rd and 4 now. Operating from the gun, Bishop. He finds his man, complete. It's Price. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Throwing to start the drive. Calhoun. This is intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Bishop. And they'll get this down to the 10. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Back to throw. Bishop. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 10 yards out.
And the Condors are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
To throw on second down, Calhoun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Throwing on first down, Calhoun.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Calhoun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Back to throw. Calhoun. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Pressure comes and down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw on third down, Bishop. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On 1st and 10, Bishop. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Off play action, Bishop. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It's a first down following a gain of 3.
He had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but third and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
On first down, Bishop.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again, Bishop. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Darted and able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Bishop. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Bishop. This is caught. Touchdown. From 10 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again.
They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Calhoun. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Calhoun. Wide open receiver complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Throwing on 1st down. Calhoun. And he'll find Hall.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Looking to throw. Calhoun got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall.
So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Calhoun. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Up the middle they go. Darted. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Bishop. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Condors continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. But just power football there down near the goal line.
Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
A try here for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. That time a 6-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. One more go for this offense in the first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He finds his man, complete. It's McKinney. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This fourth and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC divisional round game. And you can see the result there. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got 1 half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it all to you, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Bishop over the middle. It's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first down, Bishop. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Now when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bishop. Dancing to his left. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. 2nd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. Darted. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Darted. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd down, darted, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bishop. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Up the middle they go. Darted, and he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Back to throw. Bishop. Throw left side, complete to Ross. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Bishop. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. This will cost him 11 yards there on the 2nd and goal sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Bishop. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Throwing on first down. Calhoun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Calhoun throwing the out route incomplete. It's McKinney. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one a first down. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. Calhoun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Operating from the gun, Bishop finding Elliott for the catch on the out route. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Bishop. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fights through him. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Off the play fake, Calhoun. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offense...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On 1st and 10, Calhoun. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. To throw again, Calhoun. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's McKinney. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. Calhoun over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Explorers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And it's not over yet as they're back within 2 scores. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bishop. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Bishop over the middle, complete. It's Price.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got order, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll look to throw again. Being chased out left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Condors are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Throwing to start the drive. Calhoun.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Calhoun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more.
And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
On second down now, darted, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, Bishop. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now a second down and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. Darted. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Back to throw. Bishop. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the #4, it brings up 4th down now.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw on 2nd down, Calhoun. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
They'll run on 1st down. Darted. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bishop. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason.
These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders, and I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
Hey, watch the slant. Reset, cut right. Crunch time, defense.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, Calhoun. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. On first down, darted, and down to the 36-yard line here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Darted. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Darted. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everybody.